Have you ever felt that chill in your soul when someone smiles, but their eyes remain empty? As if, behind the sweet words, there was an echo of something dark? Carl Jung knew the greatest danger doesn't come from declared enemies, but from those who embrace you while whispering poison into your mind. Why is it that sometimes, even without proof, your instinct screams that something is wrong? Is it madness? Or an ancestral wisdom, buried deep in your unconscious trying to warn you? The human being is the only animal that smiles to disguise hatred, that applauds while secretly plotting your fall. And the worst part, you feel it, but doubt yourself. Here's the naked truth. When hatred wears the mask of love, it doesn't attack. It corrodes. Slowly, poetically, like a suffocating hug. You're not paranoid. You're simply waking up to the secret game many people play without you ever knowing the rules. But what if I told you there are 8 invisible signs, written in the language of human energy, that reveal who's really rooting against you? Get ready. What comes next isn't just information. It's liberation. Sign 1. The smile that cuts deeper than a knife. They show up with a wide smile and a ready joke. "You're so sensitive," they say, laughing. "It was just a joke." But then, why does that laughter leave a bitter taste in your mouth? Sarcasm is the favorite weapon of those who hide aggression behind humor. Every sharp comment is aimed straight at your weaknesses, your weight, your past, your deepest fears. And when you react, who becomes the problem? You. Carl Jung taught that what irritates us in others is a mirror of what we haven't resolved in ourselves. But some people refuse to look into that mirror, and instead use you as a target. These jokes are not innocent. They are poisoned arrows, fired with precision to undermine your confidence. The tone is light, but the intent? Piercing. If their laughter always makes you feel smaller, if your achievements become punchlines, and your vulnerabilities become entertainment, it's not friendship. It's war disguised as fun. And your only defense? Recognize the poison before it starts to feel normal. Sign 2. The hug that pushes you into the abyss. They come with a warm smile and sweet words, but their actions tell another story. "I forgot to tell you about the deadline," they say, or "I thought you already knew." Little slips that always seem to happen during your most important moments. It's not incompetence, it's strategy. While they hug you, their invisible hands work to loosen the boards of your success. The most dangerous sabotage doesn't come from declared enemies, but from those who pretend to root for you. They offer advice that leads to dead ends. Forget crucial details or vanish when you need them most. All wrapped in a package of fake concern. "Sorry, I was so busy helping you that I ended up messing things up." Recognizing this game is waking up to a hard truth. Some people don't want your downfall. They just don't want you to rise too high. Your light, no matter how soft, dims the darkness they've chosen to live in. And for those who dwell in shadows, any light feels like a threat that must be dimmed. Sign 3. The game you never knew you were playing. Your moment of victory arrives, and how do they respond? A tight smile followed by, "Oh, what a coincidence, me too." And suddenly, your achievement becomes background to their story. It's not shared pride, it's a blow disguised as casualness. Every compliment comes with a "but." Every congratulations carries the invisible weight of comparison. Some souls can't celebrate because they're too busy calculating. Your progress isn't inspiration, but a painful reminder of what they believe they lack. And so, they turn every conversation into a silent stage where they need to shine more, even if it means dimming your light. This secret competition reveals more about them than about you. While you build, they compare. While you grow, they measure. And in the end, the only one losing in this imaginary game is the one who insists on playing it alone. Sign 4. The mirror effect that never reflects the soul. The words sound perfect. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. But they echo into an emotional void. Their eyes remain static, like closed windows to an empty interior. This disconnection between what is said and what is felt creates a dissonance that your intuition picks up immediately, even when your rational mind still doubts it. True bonds are measured not in applause, but in the silent presence during the storms. While real friends share both tears and laughter, these ghostly connections only appear when the lights are on. In your most vulnerable moments, they mysteriously forget to reply or offer generic advice that slides off like water on stone. What makes this dynamic so painful is the gradual realization. You're not building a relationship. You're sustaining a monologue. Every empty gesture reveals the harsh truth. Some smiles are just muscles moving, with no spark of soul behind them. And no amount of sweet words can fill the void where genuine human connection should be. Sign 5. The invisible chains of the false protector. It's for your own good. 3 words that carry the weight of 1,000 prisons. Beneath the cloak of concern lies a control so subtle that you begin to doubt your own intuition. Every piece of advice is wrapped in, "I just want to protect you." But the result is always the same. Your wings shrink, your steps become more hesitant. These emotional manipulators don't shout orders. They whisper doubts. They turn your dreams into unnecessary risks, your choices into imminent mistakes. The master stroke? Making you believe that this cage is shelter, that these chains are made of love. Meanwhile, your self-confidence dissolves. Drop by drop, replaced by a quiet dependency. Recognizing this game means understanding a crucial difference. Genuine care empowers, while disguised control paralyzes. One frees you, the other imprisons you with silk threads, soft to the touch, but impossible to break without awareness. Sign 6. The whisper that echoes louder than shouts. You walk into the room and the atmosphere freezes. Tense smiles exchanged. Glances. A conversation that mysteriously stops. They don't need to say anything. The heavy air already tells the story. These reputation assassins don't use knives, but words sharp as blades, always delivered where you can't defend yourself. So-and-so is trying, and just like that, they plant the seed of doubt. Your strengths become luck. Your mistakes become character traits. Every comment is wrapped in fake concern, but the goal is clear: to slowly corrode your image until others start to see in you the reflection of the insecurities they themselves carry. The real tragedy: those who spread poison always drink it first. While they try to tarnish your light, they only reveal the darkness within themselves, and in the end, the only one truly poisoned is the one who insisted on preparing the venom. Sign 7. The silence that screams envy. When you were at rock bottom, they reached out their hands. But now that you found the light, their shadows retreat. The same phone that used to ring non-stop now echoes with awkward silence. "That's great," they say, with the excitement of someone reading a menu. And in the pause that follows, you hear the truth they dare not speak. Some people only know how to love the broken because pieces are easier to control. Your growth confronts them with a mirror they'd rather avoid. It reflects everything they promised to become, and never did. That's why they fall silent, clinging to the childish hope that if they don't applaud, your success will somehow vanish. But here lies the cruel paradox. The more they retreat from your light, the deeper they sink into their own shadows. While you celebrate alone, they wither together, voluntary prisoners of a world too small to contain someone else's victory. Sign 8. The silent dictionary of the soul. While the mouth recites poems of admiration, the body writes raw truths in an ancestral language. Crossed arms that form invisible barriers, feet that point toward the exit, micro-expressions that appear and vanish faster than a thought. These are the hieroglyphs of the unconscious, etched into the flesh before the mind can edit them. The eye contact that lasts a blink too short, the smile that doesn't reach the eyes, that barely noticeable pullback when you approach. Your body registers every nuance before your conscious mind can process them. These are primitive messages, inherited from ancestors who had to distinguish allies from threats without a single word. In this silent dance, we uncover a profound irony. While they try to disguise with words, their bodies betray them with brutal honesty. And in this disconnect between what is said and what is revealed, your intuition finds all the answers it needs. Conclusion: the wisdom that is born from discernment. Recognizing these signs isn't about cultivating suspicion, but about honoring the sacred wisdom of your intuition. You don't need proof when your soul already whispers the truth through every fiber of your being. This knowledge is an invisible armor, not to wage war against others, but to protect the purity of your spirit. Some relationships are like seasons. They come to teach, not to stay. And there is a deep beauty in letting go of what insists on keeping you small, because every step away from a toxic connection is a leap toward your own light. Your peace is not selfishness, it is spiritual survival. The greatest act of self-love is not retaliation, but transcendence. When you stop feeding these dynamics, something magical happens. The universe begins to send souls that vibrate at the same frequency, and in this new chapter, you will discover that true love never needs to be decoded. It simply resonates.